So I recently got a call from a client who was asking what a motion to vacate is. A motion to vacate is a motion where you go back to the Superior Court, wherever you were convicted, to remove the crime off of your record. Usually this is done by showing some type of ineffective assistance of counsel. What that means is that the attorney that you had at the time did not properly advise you or did something incorrect at the time, and for that reason you took a plea deal. So for example, for our immigration clients, what we do is go through their record to see what type of convictions they have. Sometimes it comes out that the client pled out. They did a plea agreement to a crime because they thought that that was the best thing that they could do at the time, and they weren't advised that they could actually be deported or that they would be deported for pleading out to that agreement. Now, the basis behind this is a case called Padilla versus Kentucky. What that case essentially says is that if you are an immigrant or an alien, you have to be advised of the immigration consequences, meaning if you're going to get convicted of a certain crime and that crime is going to take away your green card or lead to deportation in some way, then your criminal case defense counsel has to advise you of that. And if they don't, that is a basis to vacate your case. We recently did a case where a client was convicted of domestic violence in 2006, which led to immigration court, which led to deportation. Now in 2020 was when he first approached me, and we went through his records and discovered that he pled out to this domestic violence crime because he was never advised by his attorney. Now, the reasoning behind Padilla versus Kentucky is that if I was advised of these crimes, I would not have pled out. Instead, I would have went to trial. And on that basis, because it's a constitutional right to go to trial, and you waived that constitutional right, but you waived it without having the full information and the full advisals that you were entitled to, on that basis, you can go ahead and try to vacate your crime. So we did that. We vacated, he had 2 domestic violences, not just one. We vacated both of them. We then did a motion to reopen in immigration court, which I have a different video, you can check that out. And once we got the case reopened in immigration court, we then explained to the judge that he was charged with these crimes in 2006, but those crimes are no longer there because they were vacated on constitutional grounds under Padilla versus Kentucky. And on that basis, we asked the court terminate the proceedings, and they did, which means that the immigration court was closed. We then requested that he get his green card back, which he did. And then we applied for citizenship, and he's now a citizen. So he went from deportation to citizenship because we were able to vacate the crimes off of his record because he was not given proper advisals. So if you have crimes on your record, give us a call. We could go through it and see if there's any basis for you to vacate your crimes. Thank you.